Hello again, everyone. Got a delivery yesterday of my new John Deere Zero Turn mower. I wanted to show you some of the features of it. Kind of do a walk around. This is a Z930M, which is a Kawasaki engine. Has a 7-iron deck. Pretty beefy mower as far as the way it's built. Of course, has a ROP system you can put up when you're mowing on slopes. Also has seat belt that you can put on if you have the ROPs up. It is considered a commercial model. You know, it'll take a lot of mowing, mow all day long if you need to. Holds up well, especially with that Kawasaki engine. That's really a nice engine. Been proven over years and years, and they make a good engine. Holds up well, a lot of power, a lot of torque. Also have the suspension seat, it's called. Got a little holder in the back here, and has this adjustment for your weight. That's what this means, is pounds. And I weigh about 160, so I have it set for my weight. And you just turn the dial like that. That just sets the spring tension on the seat. Tells that those springs whether to do more or do less depending on the weight of the driver. It also slides back and forth. That's a comfort glide, it's called. You just move that lever just like a manual car seat, and it slides it back and forth. Also has a lumbar adjustment on the seat, which is right here, and you just turn it down. I think you can see it moving in and out. And then the back of the seat also tilts, and that's right here. This knob right here. Also has adjustments on these armrests, and they're just simple adjustments that control the height of this boat when it hits the pivot point. I've got them set about level. That seemed like was comfortable for me. Although I'd already mowed the yard once this year with the Cub Cadet, I did try this thing out when I got it yesterday, and made some adjustments on the seat to make it more comfortable. I also purchased this foot pad. I got it from the dealer I bought the mower from. It's like $40 or so, and thought that would be nice rather than just a piece of metal for your feet to sit on. I was concerned about it blowing out, so because it doesn't fasten, it just sits in there. So I just bored a couple of holes in each side for cable ties. That'll keep it from going anywhere. This has what's called the spoked rear wheels, which are on the commercial line. I don't think the 915 has the spoked wheels. I think that was one difference between the two, other than the motor. The motor is a big difference that I wanted. But I like that. Has the run flat tires on the front. There's no air in those two front tires. They just solid rubber. Don't have to worry about flats on that. There's a fuel gauge showing full, and that just fastens in the top of the fuel tank. And this mower will hold, I think it's 11.5 gallons of fuel. It's in all this is the fuel tank right here. So quite a bit of mowing you could do on a tank of fuel. Burns about 1.5 gallons an hour if you're mowing tough grass. So that's still good 8 hours of mowing probably on a tank. Fuel goes in right here, just a screw on cap. The 930M does have the rear bumpers on the back. That's what they're called. Really they're a weight. I don't know what they would weigh, but that does help with the balance of the mower, especially if you're mowing on a slope. That'll keep the back end from sliding on you as much. Pretty simple controls. Keys right here. You got a little miniature display there. It tells you hours on the mower. It does have flashing codes that will come up if something happens. And if something does malfunction and you get a code up there on that little display, that tells you what the codes mean. Throttle controls, big orange knob on it. Deck engage switch is just a rocker type switch right there. And there's a choke, goes along with the throttle when it's cold if you need to choke the engine. Looking underneath the seat, you have the battery. See the two shocks on the right and left hydrostat arms. Helps them work smooth and with just enough pressure. There are screens over those two holes there in the top. There and over there. Keep dirt and leaves and grass from getting down into the top of the hydros. You can see the fan blades underneath there. I think you can see them. Yeah. So that's kind of good. Keeps them cleaner. And John Deere's deck height adjustments. Been around several years. Just the turn knob here that you set your deck height. And the way it works is you got this knob on top. And if you turn it to the right, that's unlock, and that locks. So you turn to the unlock, just go to the height you want, and there's a little arrow there, so that would be 2 inches, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, so forth. Then when you get it where you want it, you turn the knob up here to the lock position. Then when you let your deck down, it's setting for 3 inches. Heavy pedal there that lifts the deck. You can see that's super strong. That's a pretty good system. They've had that, like I said, for several years. Works well, simple to do. You can change on the go. If you got a particular area you want to mow higher or lower, you can just stop, turn that knob where you want it, let the deck back down, and it'll be right where you set the knob at. The two hydro arms are right here. They just fold out of the way when you're done mowing. You fold them out of the way, and of course pull on the parking brake, which is this lever right here, kind of like an automobile style parking brake. And the mower won't start unless that parking brake's on. So once you start the mower, you just put the brake down, pull your arms in, and you're ready to go mow. This 7-iron deck does have a footrest that you can step up on when you get on the mower. So that's kind of handy too. It's non-slip and got little grates there that if you got mud or dirt on your feet, you kind of cleans them off before you get up on top of the mower there. Really well built, heavy duty. Right now I'm mowing about probably 3 acres. I mow here at the house, and I have another little mowing job I do. It's probably 3/4 of an acre. This should whip that out in no time. The reason I bought this mower, we've got a field here by the house. It's approximately 3 acres, and right now it's cut for hay, but the fella's already informed me that this would probably be his last year of cutting the hay, because he's getting up there in years like I am, and wanting to scale back a little and take it a little easier. So I plan on trying to mow that field with this Z930. I think if I start in the spring and keep it cut at a reasonable height, I don't think that'd be any problem. I'm expecting it to take me maybe between 3 and 4 hours total to mow all that we have here at the house. And while the Cadet would probably have done that, it's over 10 years old, our 60-inch Cadet, and it's just not as heavy as this mower is. And I'm afraid long term it wouldn't hold up mowing a field like that. As a comparison of the two, the Cadet that I have is a 60-inch zero turn, has a steering wheel on it, but it is a commercial model. It weighs between 700 and 800 pounds. This mower weighs over 1,200 pounds. So you can kind of see there big difference in two mowers as far as the way they're built. And another thing I thought was pretty neat on this new mower, when you put your feet, that just lifts off, and that gives you access to the grease fittings on the spindle, the belt. You know, if you had to put a belt on, a lot easier to get to there. So that was pretty neat. And this just sets in there like that. A couple of slots in the back. And it just has some rubber bumpers under here on each side. Of course, you got your cup holder. You got to have that. But it does have a compartment over there, cup holder on this side. And the ROPS bar, of course, it does fold down. We do have some trees here around the house, and I'll probably just keep it down when I'm mowing the grass here. Just a matter of removing this pin on each side, and then this folds down. You can put it where you want it. It's got several places you can set it at. And along with the ROPS, you have a seat belt. Pulls out. If you're mowing with the ROPS up, you want to make sure you put that seat belt on so it'll hold you in the seat if you do tip over. So I think I'm going to be happy with this mower. Haven't mowed a lot with it yet, but plan on giving it a good workout this summer. We'll see how it does. I'll probably do another video when I get a few hours on it. And I'll give you my opinion on things I don't like about it and things I do like after I've driven it a while. So that's the new John Deere Z930M. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. And we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Thanks.